Three, two, one.
I've always wanted to make love to an angry welder. I've dreamed of nothing else since I was a small boy. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Franchise Deep Dive with Jake and Josh, the podcast where we break down, dissect, and discuss all of your favorite and least favorite movie franchises. I'm Jake.
And I'm Josh, and I hated that quote.
I hated that movie.
Jaws 3D. Oh, wait, hold on. I got to bust these out.
Oh, yeah. Bust them out. This would be better if we had visuals. For anyone listening at home, Josh has thrown on his cardboard red and blue 3D glasses. Now, did you get those out of the Spy Kids 3D DVD case?
No, I got them out of my Nightmare on Elm Street box set.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
see?
God.
They say it on the side.
Do you think those... Wait, did it work for this movie?
No, it was kind of shitty. But you know what? I thought I got a pair from my Friday the 13th set, too. Because I've worn these for Friday the 13th 3, and it actually worked fine. I mean, it's still shitty, but, like, it still kind of worked.
Well, do you own Jaws 3D?
No.
Okay,
That's
so the
probably why.
version that you watched was probably, like, 2D then, maybe.
God damn it. That's probably why it looked like shit.
Did you wear those the whole time?
No. Oh, my God, headache. No way.
Yeah.
Headache the whole time. I put them on like whenever I thought something was gonna happen. Sometimes I missed it and I had to go back, and it just didn't look like anything. That's why.
How do you feel about 3D as a whole?
Hate it. I'm not a fan.
I hate it. Yeah, I've never, not even as a child, did I like 3D.
I can't even believe how long, like when we worked at the theater, just how many show times 3D had. Even now, like there's still a fair amount of 3D show times.
I will say that the one 3D, yeah, when I went to see Warfare in theaters the other day, they had a bunch of 3D Minecraft showings. The one 3D movie I liked seeing in theaters was the Peanuts movie. That was pretty fun in 3D.
Wow, I never saw that.
It was the only showtime I could make, and I was like, well, gotta see the Peanuts movie. So
it got so bad. Like, yeah, I would see some movies. I forget the last 3D movie I watched, but it got so bad. For one of them, I actually watched the movie without the glasses. I was just like, I can't. Like, this is...
It's like, I already have to wear glasses to the theater to just see the movie regularly. So 3D is just not in the question. I'm not getting contacts either. I'm too old. I'm past it. I tried for those 2 weeks.
Too old?
Yeah.
What do you mean too old for contacts?
I'm an old dog. I'm too old to learn new tricks.
Oh.
Either way, speaking of old tricks, we are back for Jaws Franchise Deep Dive Series Review Part 2 to talk about movies. They're movies for sure, kind of, sort of. More shark movies. We are talking about Jaws 3D and Jaws The Revenge. And for anyone out there, no, we are not talking about the unofficial Jaws 5, Cruel Jaws. That is not on our docket today. But it's fine because we have 2 other terrible movies to talk about. So let's get right into that. Jaws 3D, which I believe came out in 1983. Just
holy hell! Look at this
right?
budget.
Jaws 3D.
Wow.
Yeah, 1983. So same year as Return of the Jedi. That's fun. Let me just pull up my information. Jaws 3.
I actually think
What?
Oh no, I was gonna say I think 1983 might be like one of the years where I say it's like one of the worst years for movies.
Trying to think.
Take a gander when you have some free time. I think the best movie I have is Return of the Jedi.
God damn.
That's insane.
I'd have to look. Hold on. Let's get our due diligence out of the way. Directed by Joe Alves, budget of 18 mil and a box office of 88 mil. So as we've seen, each Jaws movie making less and less despite usually costing more. This one was a little cheaper, though, and noticeable, if you ask me. Box office, like I said, 88 mil, and a Rotten Tomatoes score of 11%. So, not a critical darling, I guess. Not very well liked by the masses. Or
It
by
did
critics.
solid. It did solid opening weekend though. It did better than like 1 and 2.
Yeah, and then people heard about what a steaming pile of dog shit it is, and then probably decided, you know what, I can wait for home video release on that one.
Yeah, I should buy the Blu-ray so I can watch the 3D.
Let me know how that works out for you.
Okay.
I'll probably never watch this again. So, but I guess as we are ones to do, we shall read the IMDb synopsis of Jaws 3D, so we can give the folks at home listening who maybe haven't seen it since a while. Maybe you're an older folk and you haven't seen it since it came out in theaters back in 1983, but a giant 35-foot shark becomes trapped in a SeaWorld theme park, and it's up to the sons of Police Chief Brody to rescue everyone. And let me just say, let me make sure I got this right, but I believe Roy Scheider, who played Martin Brody in the first 2 films, said that Mustapheles himself could not have convinced him to return for Jaws 3D. And I think he made the right choice.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know. How much do you think he would have gotten paid for this?
Dude, they probably would have had to have upped it to at least over $1 million to get it back for this movie.
I don't even hate the premise of this. Like
I do.
No, in the world of Jaws sequels, I don't know, you could do worse. But no, it's just executed so poorly.
You can, and they have.
Yeah. So what we're gonna talk about later after this one, SeaWorld is not really a bad setting to bring it to. I don't know where else you could do it without being repetitive. So it's I'm not gonna say interesting. That's a very generous word to use for any part of this movie, but I get the hook kind of, but my God, the execution is just hilarious.
In a general concept kind of way, I see what you're talking about. The idea of a shark attacking SeaWorld, it sounds enticing. But it's still so fucking stupid. Fun fact about this movie. Dennis Quaid, who plays Michael Brody, Martin Brody's son, and a guy who works at SeaWorld, and dates a girl who works at SeaWorld too. She works with dolphins, right? Dolphins?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Cindy and Sandy, the dolphins. Dennis Quaid himself said that there is not a single scene that he can watch of himself in this movie that he was not, in fact, coked up for.
Wow.
As he has admitted to being a full-on cokehead during the production of this movie. And with that knowledge in mind, his performance makes just so much more sense now.
I wish I knew that before.
This dude is on some shit in this movie.
Really? Did you know that before you watched this?
I looked up the trivia while I was watching it.
Okay. Did you notice it before you knew it? That there was something.
I mean, I thought he was giving a bad performance. I didn't think that coke was the reason for it. But I think it was during the scene when Michael and his girlfriend are acting like 14-year-olds, and they're like spying on his younger brother and Marty McFly's mom as they're like making out in the water, which is weird. Fun fact, it's Leah Thompson's film debut. So that's cool, I guess. And for anyone who doesn't know, that's Zoe Deutsch's mom. So, and they do look very alike, in my opinion. Like the young version, like Leah Thompson in this movie kind of looks like Zoe Deutsch in certain scenes, which I always think is kind of fun.
This was her first?
Yep. It's her feature film debut.
Wow, what a start.
What a start. I mean, listen though, like if you're a young aspiring actor in
Oh,
the
yeah.
80s or any time you get offered a role in a sequel to like one of the greatest and most successful movies of all time, yeah, of course you're gonna take it. So like I don't fault her for she has been in some interesting movies though,
She should feel
outside of,
blessed that 2 years later, she got Back to the
Yeah.
Future.
and not too long after that I think she got Howard the Duck, so that's something. So where do we really kind of start with this movie in terms of like discussing it? Because I don't know where to begin, frankly.
I'm trying to like recap what really like goes on in this movie.
All right. Well, I'll kick us off with one of my biggest problems I have in one of the stupidest scenes. So it's at this point that it's evident that there's a shark problem, and everybody's in agreement. Hey, let's kill the shark. But Michael Brody, Dennis Quaid's character, his girlfriend in the movie, decides, actually, why don't we sedate the shark and put it in a fucking tank, and it'll be the first living great shark held in captivity.
Wait, you don't like that? You don't like that idea?
And so you get a scene in this movie where they sedate the shark, successfully, I guess, and they get it into the tank, and it wakes up while they're in the tank. But the whole scene is just very playful, as if we didn't just watch 2 movies of a shark ripping people to fucking shreds and murdering children and devouring people with relentless ease. I mean, what is there to like about this movie? What is there to enjoy? What is there to have fun with? What is there to like chew on?
I'm trying to find if there's any like Letterboxd reviews that are like legitimate, not like 5-star because it's so bad. There's got to be some. There's got to be some people that really defend this, but
I don't know how you can.
It's
Simply.
so fun watching these movies that are made for 3D, and you're watching like a 10-second shot linger on like what's supposed to happen. And honestly, I don't really remember that. Like when I was watching Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D, the 3D scenes I remember, I feel like they're like the camera doesn't like stay on that for so long. This
No, they
actually
do.
feels. Do
They
they?
do.
No.
I've seen Friday the 13th Part 3 enough times to know that there is like a 10-second shot of the like handle part of a rake
It's so funny.
going
it's so
towards
funny.
the camera. It is.
I think that's my favorite 3D moment in that movie is like the rake or the shovel.
The best genuine 3D moment is when they shoot the harpoon at the camera.
Yeah, that's good, but I really like the yo-yo. The yo-yo is really good.
Oh, yeah, you're going to sit here and tell me Friday the 13th doesn't have bullshit like this movie when you got a yo-yo just coming at my face for like 18 seconds.
Yes, but that's at least something that's moving and like yeah, I get it's like on it, but like there's like when there's like an explosion that happens, the things coming at you actually like stop. They like freeze just to like stay frozen in your face.
It's like that it's like that one really dumb shot in an otherwise almost flawless movie, Mad Max Fury Road, towards like I guess the end of the movie when it's just like the steering wheel flying towards the camera and it's like and it like holds on it for a couple seconds.
Yeah. That's after the sandstorm, right?
Yeah.
I think.
No. It's after. I don't want to spoil too much for people who haven't seen it, but when Nux makes his big, and he like turns the wheel really hard, car kind of flips.
Oh.
It's during like the cave, like when they're trying to get through, like not the cave, but like the canyon part towards the end. It's like in the last like 10 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Does anything else happen like that in like earlier?
I think there is a similar scene that you're talking about. Yeah, when they're heading into the sandstorm, the big
Okay, yeah.
CGI sandstorm. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You're not crazy. I validate you. Jaws 3D. Me and Josh were talking about it. It was just such a hard movie to take notes for. Whereas I found Jaws 1 to be a hard movie to take like I had to stop myself from taking notes every 5 seconds because I was just highlighting something great, whether it was like a directing choice or a blocking choice or a shot selection or the way that music or sound design was used or just the way that the scene built up through editing. Like there were so many great things to chew on in that movie. And then you watch Jaws 3D, and at the very least the second movie had some good shots. It had some decent performances. It had some moments where you could see some decent filmmaking. And then you get to Jaws 3D, and not only is the script terrible and the acting terrible, but there's nothing, even if you're like a film buff or someone who cares about the technical side of filmmaking, to ever latch onto in this movie. I don't want to be too mean or sound too rude. I don't know as much about the production of this movie as I do the first two. The only thing that I had kind of stumbled upon was that it didn't even seem like the cast and crew were fully confident in the premise of this movie, because apparently they had all these alternate script ideas and they were reworking the story repeatedly, and every time they sent it to the studio it got rejected and turned down, so that by the time they landed on the SeaWorld storyline, the studio greenlit it, and they were just so happy that one of their ideas finally got passed through that they were just happy to be making the movie at that point. And I think that is just speaks volumes for the quality of movie you get. Like it wasn't like they were passionate about the script or the characters or the idea of the movie. It just felt like, hey, we've been trying to get this fucking movie made. Finally, you're letting us do it. And that is like the end result that you get in the final product. It's so disheartening because it's like we've talked about so many franchises on this podcast so far where, yeah, sometimes you see like a decline. And, in a lot of franchises, that's the case. You see the movies go downhill as the sequels. But, and while the second movie is a big drop off from the first one, the decline from the first two to this one is almost catastrophic.
You think it's bigger?
Yes, because the second movie, it just repeats too much of the first movie, and I think it's very boring. It's extremely sluggish. It doesn't have momentum. It doesn't have those amazingly refined technical aspects and the story beats that first movie had. But it's still not a horrible movie. It's not terribly put together.
But from a masterpiece 10 to a 4?
That's the thing. Following up a masterpiece is never going to be an easy task. And while some movies manage to do it, some exceed their predecessor, some at least match that quality. Godfather Part 2, stuff like that. But the drop in quality in just filmmaking from 2 to 3 is like going from a guy who actually knows how to competently direct a movie to a guy that has never seen or made a movie. And I don't want to be too rude. Again, I don't know the restrictions that the studio put on them. I don't know that the struggles that they had to go through. There's not nearly as much information about the third and fourth film as there is about the first two. Again, the first Jaws movie is like one of the most well-documented movies in terms of its pre-production, production, and post-production process. These movies, I think the first movie on IMDb had like nearly 370 trivia facts. The third movie, or maybe it was the fourth one, had like 46. So it's not as much as known, but regardless, it's not a criticism of the director as much as it's just a criticism of the whole production. It just did not seem like anybody brought their A game to this project.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly couldn't give one positive thing. I wanted to talk about a couple, some of the like obvious shots that I think everyone talks about. But God, not even shots. It's more on the CGI when the shark is just approaching the glass. Jesus Christ. It's like not even, there's like no body movement. It's just a frozen image, just like just moving to the glass, and then the shatter. Yeah, I really wish. Do you think that this was on any streaming services? Like, do you think any of them would have the actual 3D version, or do you think you have to buy like the Blu-ray for it?
Yeah,
or,
I think you have to buy. I think you have to buy the physical media. I don't think you can watch 3D through streaming. I might be wrong about that. I'm not.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you
I'm
can.
not making that official claim. I don't actually know. It just seems like something that you'd have to buy the actual physical media for.
I gave myself a headache for no fucking reason.
Yeah. I just think, I don't know. When it comes to this movie, you have the same issues that you know kind of have in the second film, where none of the characters are nearly as well developed or well rounded or well written as the first movie. You know, you don't have a Martin Brody to follow, this genuine character that you feel sympathy for and you're rooting for. Like at no point in this film am I really rooting for Michael. He doesn't come across as very likable. He seems kind of immature. I don't really love the relationship that he has with why can't I remember the character's name? Is it Kate?
Is it? I wasn't sure if it was Carla or no, it might be
See,
Kate.
I can't even.
Is Carla? Is Carla the fourth one?
I genuinely don't. I don't remember.
Catherine. Catherine.
So okay, I think they call her Kate in the movie.
Okay.
But yeah, so again, and I don't like the younger brother in this movie. I think he was like a highlight. It's not the same actor, but I think that character was a highlight in the first two movies. I love the scene in the first one where he mimics his dad. I love the scene where he helps him pick up the bullets on the beach in the second one. And he's kind of the only one to stand by him. But then you have this one, and it's like he's just this like unlikable, mopey guy. And like, I also don't like Leia Thompson's character because she's constantly just forcing him to go in water when he has been very clear that he has severe PTSD from incidents when he was a kid about water. And she just is like,
she's obsessed with like, yeah, I'm gonna change your mind. Like,
yeah, she just giggles, laughs it off, and is like, no, actually, like, no, like, not to be too vulgar, but she's like, no, this pussy's too bomb. You got to get in the water. Like, it's just so, again, like, kind of, you know, going off the second movie, whereas, you know, we had our little kind of debate and discussion about whether the first Jaws is a horror movie. I think the second and third film lean way heavier into the conventional slasher elements. You know, you have these unlikable teen characters that are almost fodder for the shark. Like you don't care about them. They don't have interesting conversations. They don't have real screen presence. You just kind of get these like lackadaisical cardboard cutout characters that just they don't mean anything.
It feels like a movie just to like have like the shark feels more like stalking. Like whereas like the first one I don't believe that it's like it's not I don't know it feels like more so what's the word I'm looking for like it's just in their DNA, but like the sequels as like especially the fourth one where like it's the shark just gets like this this personality of wanting to just slash kill every single. And it's like all teenagers. Like it becomes Jason Voorhees.
That is honestly that might be the best way to describe Jaws 3 and Jaws 4 is the shark becomes Jason Voorhees. I think that is that might be they should put that on the box of, you know, if we ever got big enough podcast wise, famous enough, I want to put that on a t-shirt. Fucking Jaws 3 is just Jason as a shark, but like in more clever writing.
Jaws and Voorhees.
Jaws and Voorhees, dude.
There you go.
Market that. We're getting the patent. You guys cannot steal that. That is ours. I say that to our eight listeners, which we appreciate you guys. So thank you. But yeah, now getting back to this movie, it's just really frustrating. Again, it was just not a fun watch. You know, some of the terrible movies that we've had on this podcast and that we've discussed were kind of fun to kind of watch and just laugh at, but I just got no enjoyment out of this third Jaws film. It just
the third one definitely feels like it definitely feels like one you have to watch with at least two other people. And people that are like your friends that you can goof around with, because that is the only way you'll find like I still found a lot like I honestly can't even remember, but I remember laughing more at this one because it is like ridiculous, more so than the fourth one. The fourth one was just kind of like confusing. Like it's just, but I'll save some of that like rant.
Yeah, we'll get to it soon because I really don't have much left to say. One positive note I took: there's one decent.
Ooh, a positive.
Yeah, there's one decent tracking shot in. It's not a good scene, but there's one decent tracking shot when they're in the bar towards the beginning, and it kind of starts at the bar, I think, and they place like the beer down, and then the waitress comes over and she grabs it and she makes her way through the bar over to the table that Michael and his girlfriend are sitting at, and she sets the beer down at him. It's a minor little decent shot that I noted and thought was pretty decent. But
I can't remember if
you
it's in this one or the second one. There might be a silhouette shot during the sunset. That's all right.
possibly
Sure. Sure.
could have fooled me. No. What was I gonna ask? Oh, do you understand the rules of the game that they play in the bar, the balance game? Because I don't know what they're doing.
No, I don't remember that happening.
Are they just like pushing each other till one falls?
Oh.
Is that...
Oh, yeah. I remember there's pushing happening. I don't remember why.
It looks like they like stand a couple feet apart. They like lock hands, and then they're just like pushing each other. I don't really know, but it's the way that Sean meets Marty McFly's mom in the movie.
I love that's what she's called.
I cannot remember her character's name, and I don't care enough to learn. Guys, I love that we're franchise deep diving, but I refuse to dive that deep. Which is as easy as a Google search. I could really just pull it up if I wanted to. But is it really going to add to what we're saying about this? It's Marty McFly's mom. She bangs a duck. She bangs a duck in Howard the Duck. Let's just. She does.
I love at the end when like Dennis Quaid's trying to get everyone out of the water when they see the shark.
Yeah.
Following the skiers, the water skiers. Just completely. I can't understand the rules of the shark. I don't know how it doesn't like kill more people when it's like they're like right there. I think like Marty McFly's mom, she gets like she's like in the shark's mouth, and she barely has a scratch on her when she comes out of the water. I don't understand it. I thought she was like completely dead. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Because she gets attacked and. It seems like it got her, and then they'd like pull her out of the water or whatever, and she just has like a small little gash on her leg.
I thought I was gonna see like a limb missing. There's nothing wrong with her. She has like a cut.
So it's like even the poorly developed characters, again, they're fodder, but they're not even like fodder because they don't even fucking get eaten. Like nobody of impact gets eaten.
But why? Like
they save that. They actually save that for the beginning of the fourth film. Fun fact.
Let me see. Oh yeah, and like the water skiers, the most clueless people I've ever seen. Like I mean, I don't know how it's like hard to like notice that people are telling you to get out of the water, but whatever. Half of them fall into the water, but the shark just keeps moving past them. Like fucking easy as shit to just like.
If this movie could have been so much more entertaining and so much more fun if it just leaned into the silliness a little more, gotten a little more goofier with it, and not to say it doesn't have its goofier elements, but they just don't lean. It still feels like they're partially trying to make a good Jaws movie instead of just making this a fun, entertaining blockbuster. Like you just said, because they had a perfect opportunity there to like have just like a literal buffet. They mention it in the first film as like kind of a joke where he's like, oh, like you're like serving them a buffet or whatever. But in this one, literally you have a chance to give this shark a feast, just murder a bunch of people. And I could at least give it that and be like, oh, wow, this film, it just does not give a shit about killing people. Go for it. But again, it just does not take that opportunity to do anything interesting or fun or clever. It's just so stale. Like, again, you said, like, you have a premise that could lend itself to something actually kind of fun, but it doesn't go anywhere. I get scenes of fucking people forming a ski pyramid, which made me ask myself, how do they do that? Because I don't know how they form those, but I don't care at the end of it. I don't give a shit. It doesn't matter. Fucking,
What's the,
walking around SeaWorld, seeing the different outlets. I don't give a shit. Fuck SeaWorld.
What's the guy that gets eaten by the shark with the grenade? His name's Philip, but I don't know what his Philip Fitzroyce. You know what I'm talking about? He's kind of like the good-looking guy, I guess, in the movie. I don't know what his job.
Is that the one that kind of looks like Aaron Eckhart?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Yeah. Two-Face, old Two-Face.
What's his job in this movie? I don't know. But he's the one that helps kill the shark by dying in the mouth. Somehow he I don't know if I really can't remember a lot of this movie, so I'm sorry guys. But he goes in the mouth of the shark. He gets eaten. He doesn't get really eaten by the teeth. He's just kind of like on the tongue of the shark. He's like in there moving around, and then the shark
Yes.
like closes his mouth and he just like bursts. You just see a blood burst, and I guess like I don't know what. By the time the shark explodes, you see him still like in the mouth holding their grenade. Why do you like when you're in there? Why not just pull the fucking thing? Like I know you can, or you just like you're too scared to pull it yourself. But whatever. He's like popping out of the mouth, and then they pull the grenade and it explodes, and it looks shitty.
It looks really bad. Not as bad as the fourth, but it looks really bad in this movie when they try to explode the shark.
You think this one looks better than the fourth?
Yeah, a little bit.
I can't get over the approach to the glass shot.
I think it's edited worse in the fourth one. Like they do that like thing where they didn't boost the frame rate and they try to do slow motion, so it looks like really like the frame rate's all fucked up and choppy and shit. But yeah, I don't know. You know what I felt? I felt like they were trying to make that character the Quint of this movie. Like he's this like hunter, cool guy, like he's dark and edgy, and like I wasn't sure if he was supposed to be like a villain-esque
Who,
character.
Aaron Eckhart?
Yeah, Aaron Eckhart, because he's kind of portrayed that way, and then by the end I'm like, so wait, is he like supposed to be like the hero, or
Yeah,
where are
I
we
didn't know
going?
what. I have no idea. I
don't
remember
know what we're going for here, you know.
I remember all of SeaWorld getting stuck within the vaults. They're like trapped in with the water like raised half high.
Yeah. I don't know. Like what are we doing? What are we doing here?
I remember the baby shark. I don't know how the baby shark dies. Does it like when they like first get
just
it in
dies.
the tank? Yeah,
it's
how?
just- I think it like it didn't. That's like part of like the thing is like nobody has a shark in captivity because like the water that they were keeping it in. I don't think it adapted to it and it just died.
Wouldn't you think that the experts would know what would keep the shark alive? You know, like.
Well, they were trying to, but it just didn't work.
And then the mom gets pissed and comes for them.
Yeah, this one should be called Jaws: The Revenge, but I guess to be fair, it didn't track down.
Oh
families
no!
to the
No.
Bahamas.
Yeah, the fourth one is the revenge. Come
That
on.
they got their revenge alrighty. No, I mean, I don't really have much left to say about this movie. I just think overall it's boring. It's shorter than the last one, which was nice, but this could have been 90 minutes. It did not need that extra time. It doesn't do anything with it. Characters aren't really likable, not really well developed. Nobody's really giving a great performance. It's not shot particularly well. There's no super interesting shots. I like that one in the bar. That was kind of cool. Like Josh said, the effect of the shark blowing up, it looks like shit. The effects don't look good. Shark itself doesn't look that great. It's the biggest crime. They don't use that SeaWorld premise to. It's a shark in SeaWorld. This thing should be causing fucking absolute mayhem. Like I don't even like this movie, but in Jurassic World when they have like the whole park set up and the fucking all the dinosaurs get loose and everybody's just getting fucking absolutely massacred, and then they do the craziest shit ever by having like the one assistant lady who was watching the kids get like fucking picked up by a pterodactyl and like dropped multiple times by different pterodactyls only to be then eaten by the big giant water dinosaur. They should have done some of that shit in this. Like get fucking wild with it. Go bonkers. Have fun with the premise. Make it a goddamn shark feast. That's kind of my final note. I hate this movie. I'm never gonna watch this fucking thing again. Tell me how the 3D version is. I fucking hated this.
What do you?
Miserable.
I'm not buying the Blu-ray. I'm not. No. Maybe if I see a good deal on like a 4-pack of these movies.
For this Christmas, if you buy me the Friday the 13th 3D Blu-ray, I'll buy you the Jaws 3D Blu-ray, and
yours
we'll
is so much
exchange.
better. Yours is so much better.
I don't even like Friday the 13th Part 3 that much.
I like it way more than this.
You know
I
what,
like
though?
Part 3. I like Part 3.
It's not as good as Part 2. 4 and 6 are better. I think I might like 5 better, and
I think I like 3 better than 5.
it's 3 is better than 7, 8, and 9, no question. But I don't think it's better than 1, 2, 4, 5, or 6.
I think it's probably the fifth best.
All right. Shall we move on to Jaws: The Revenge?
Please, please. I'm amazed that, I mean, you carried this one. I had so little to say. I forgot everything about this movie.
I'm just a grouch,
I feel like I remember more about the fourth, so I'll be a little better with that one.
and I remember less, which is crazy because I watched it like 4 hours ago.
Yeah, that's nuts. That's nuts. You watched it today.
I
don't
could
remember
not. I could not tell you. I know that Michael Caine's in it, and that
Hoagie.
Brody's wife still looks good for an older gal.
She's not even that much older. That's the crazy thing.
Oh, dude, the fucking timeline in these movies makes no fucking sense. How old are these characters supposed to be?
Yeah, we're never really told, are we? Like, I don't
Dude.
know how many years pass, and I don't know when Brody dies.
Jaws 3D came out in 1983. Jaws 1 came out in 1975. So what's that, 8 years? How old do you think Michael is in the first movie?
11, maybe 12.
Yeah, 12, 13 at the oldest maybe. So 8 years later, he would be 20. He very much looks and feels like he's 29 in this fucking movie. And then in the next movie, it makes even less fucking sense how old they are.
Oh, he's so old in the fourth one.
Yeah. What? All right. So, moving on to Jaws: The Revenge. Do you think we should take a commercial break or power through?
If you need to do anything, I'm good. You let me know.
I say we just steam through. Let me take a sip of water. All right, guys. Moving on to the fourth and final Jaws film. As I mentioned, we are not talking about Cruel Jaws, so sorry. But Jaws: The Revenge, or Jaws 4, came out in 1987, so 4 years after the release of the last film, directed by Joseph Sargent, budget of $23 million, box office $51 million, Rotten Tomato score of 2%, and the IMDb synopsis goes as follows. Chief Brody's widow believes that her family is deliberately being targeted by another shark in search of revenge.
Don't forget, this time, it's personal. You know, before we go into the shit of this movie, let me just say, for all these movies, I like the posters. They're just nice.
They are. They're classic.
I like the fourth poster. It's got a nice, like, I like those waves coming up with the I guess that's Ellen. I guess spoilers ahead, that's Ellen on the boat with the harpoon.
I think that
it's a nice
Jaws: The
painting.
Revenge is quite possibly one of the worst movies that has ever been put to screen, that has been written, that has been directed, that has been conceived.
Nah, you're just playing. You're playing around.
I've seen a lot. You know, I've seen a lot of movies. I don't think I've seen as many movies as you have. You've definitely seen more. I'll give you that. You are older. I'll catch up.
I've seen a good amount of shitty ones too. This is up there. This is with them. I'm not gonna mess around. Jake knows I love my shitty movies. I love my 1 stars.
So you should love this then. I alternately I hate this fucking movie. I hate this movie with every fiber of my being, and I want to start this off by saying that I am a procrastinator. So yeah, I waited the day before taxes were due to do my taxes. And while the process of doing my taxes took only 26 minutes to complete filing, it took me 2 hours to pay for the completion of it because it kept rejecting my credit card for no apparent fucking reason.
That stinks.
And then I watched Jaws: The Revenge.
You should have watched this first. That was a bad move. Bad move to do it after taxes.
You know what was a bad fucking move? making this fucking movie. You know,
I
it
don't
was a
think so.
bad move. You recommending that we do this fucking franchise.
Oh, it was
for
worth
this
it for the first
podcast.
one. Worth it for the first one.
Man, I love that first one.
So, why do you hate this movie, Jake?
Everything. Every single thing about this movie.
Do you hate that this takes place at Christmas time? Do you hate that a Jaws movie is set in December? But don't worry, Jake. They don't stay in the winter. They go to the Bahamas to escape the shark. But man, the brain on this shark geographically is off the charts. I don't know,
This shark has more personality and intelligence than Jason Voorhees.
how does the shark find him? How does the shark? How does she know that when they escaped? Did she go in the shallow part of the water, get a smell that they weren't there, and said, "Yeah, that's the smell of someone that went to the Bahamas." On my way.
Well, Josh,
Yes.
we didn't even highlight why they go to the Bahamas.
Oh wait, did we read the synopsis?
We did.
Oh, we did. Okay.
Does it say in the synopsis how this movie kicks off?
Ellen believes her family is being targeted by another shark in search of revenge.
Okay, so the movie kicks off with Sean Brody on Amity. His father, Martin Brody, has died of a heart attack, and Sean is now working for the Amity Police as a police officer. And in the opening of this film, Sean Brody gets eaten by a fucking shark in the first 5 fucking minutes.
Dude, this kid had no time. It's so quick. I guess that's good for shock, right? That's good.
Mind you, the actors who played Michael and Sean in the first and second films, actually, it's different actors. In every single Jaws film, the actors change from Michael and Sean. And every single actor who played a character in the previous Jaws 3D. Michael, played by Dennis Quaid, the actress who played his girlfriend, Kate, the actor who played Sean, every single one of them asked to return for Jaws the Revenge. They all said no. However, the actress who plays, what's her name? Ellen? That's what I thought. I just didn't want to sound like an idiot and get it wrong. So, better for clarification. Don't want to be ignorant. However, the actress who plays Ellen came out of retirement to reprise her role in this movie and then subsequently re-retired after this movie.
That sucks. What the hell about this script brought you out of retirement? I guess this is the lead. This is her big moment to be the next Brody. The next.
Oh, I didn't even
Brody.
mention. They asked Roy Scheider to return, as they asked him to return for Jaws 3, but he said that Mustopheles could not convince him to come back for that movie. However, in reference to Jaws the Revenge, Roy Scheider said, the devil himself could not make him return for Jaws the Revenge.
Wow.
Richard Dreyfuss was asked to make a cameo in the film and also declined.
Any snarky comment from him?
Nope, just didn't like the script.
Just said nah. So okay, let's start kicking off the plot points here. So,
Oh,
Sean
there's a
gets,
plot?
Yeah. Oh, there's yeah. What are you talking about?
All right.
So
Could have
Sean
fooled
gets
me.
Sean gets eaten, right? Michael comes home. Oh my god. Come like leading up to one of the funniest scenes, maybe the funniest scene in the movie. I couldn't stop Lauren and I couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah.
They do they have, is there a funeral? They have a funeral or whatever. Yeah, I think. Ellen starts saying, "I want you to quit your job as a marine biologist." That's what he went into work for. Couldn't find any other profession. He had to just be a marine biologist, where he's
Had to do something involved with water, despite
Yeah.
surviving like
See,
3
okay, so
shark attacks.
I understand sometimes, like with Hooper, it's done well where like he was attacked by a shark when he was a kid. Well, his boat was, and he escaped. But since then, he had like a fascination with them. He's studying them. He's not hunting them. And not that a marine biologist is hunting them, but like he's submerging himself in the ocean as his job, where he's like, I don't know. It's just like really.
Fun.
And then later in the movie, he says, "I don't know what I have if I don't have this." Like, how about your family? You got that.
Got kids,
But-
a wife. Fuck them. I need water. No, fun
but to-
fact about that. In the original, one of the original versions of the script that had involved Hooper returning, he would have came back for one scene, and it would have been after Sean's death, and he would have had a conversation with Michael, where he obviously offered his condolences about Sean, but also they both discussed their career, because I think Hooper is also a marine biologist, right?
Oh, is that his title?
I forget his exact role, but they do similar
Oh.
stuff. That's
Okay.
But either way, yeah. So I don't know if that would have maybe worked better, but yeah, I don't know. It's just like it's my same issue with movies like Halloween 2018, where it's like you're that traumatized by Michael Myers, what he did one night in 1978. Not to downplay your PTSD or your trauma. Why do you still live in Haddonfield? I like.
Memories. So, there's a beach scene
Yeah.
where he's walking with his wife. Oh my god, I gotta. Oh,
Oh, when he just fucking starts running for no fucking reason.
he's
Just
in
darts.
the middle. He's in the middle of like talking about a story with them, and it just bolts. He just starts running. She says, "Where are you going?" And he just says, "Nowhere." And he's just running for like 15 seconds, and it just scene ends. That's it.
It's actually a subtle meta reference to the plot of this movie, which goes nowhere. I just...
I could not believe it. Like I was cracking up at that. It was so ridiculous. I thought he like maybe saw
that's
something, but he
like
just ran
something,
away from
like-
his own words.
That's like something that Tommy Wiseau would put in a movie. Like that kind of scene.
Oh,
Of course, we have the quote that I opened the episode up with from this movie when he catches his wife welding, because women can't do men's stuff, I guess. It's unattractive in the eyes of Michael. Who also,
I
I don't
really
want to be
thought-
mean again, but that guy is all, like Dennis Quaid wasn't good, but this guy is also not a very good actor, in my humble opinion.
I really thought you were gonna just say "roar" for the quote. Just roar.
Oh, for anyone wondering, I realized before we started recording this episode, and I had to point it out to Josh, if anyone wants a good laugh, go to, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but just go to the Jaws The Revenge IMDb page and go to quotes and just look at the first quote. It is the most well-liked and popular quote. That's why it's at the top, which is fucking
Unbelievable.
outrageously hilarious. This is the type of movie that if you genuinely think it's a good one, that's where I become an asshole and I question your sanity. Like, if you're like, yeah, I like it because it's so bad it's good, that's fine. You want to know a fun fact about this movie? Popular award show, the Razzies, nominated, and I believe he won, but the shark in this movie was nominated for a Razzie for worst performance and won. Which is the second time that the Razzies have nominated an animal for that category. Can you guess the first?
No, I don't know.
Cindy and Sandy the dolphins in Jaws 3D.
Oh, really? Honestly, I think they're probably better.
Yeah. Probably.
How do you feel about Ellen just like on Michael's ass to get a new job? She said, "I don't want my family anywhere near the water." And then, I mean, I think she just forgets those words and just, I think oh no, it was a dream. Okay, it was a dream that she has. Oh, this movie loves dreams. It loves dream scenes. My God.
Love a good dream sequence. My favorite kind of scene in a movie.
But like by the end, she's a hypocrite. She just goes in the water, endangers everybody's lives. She's the reason that like, well, I mean, fuck it. Spoilers ahead. She's the reason that like Jake gets, in the shark's mouth. He doesn't die. Somehow. I don't know how.
Man gets chomped in half by a fucking shark and still survives, but
Dude,
only in
just
the
kill him
original
off.
theatrical cut. No, in you know what's fun about this movie is what this movie likes to do is at certain times it likes to splice in footage from the first movie with
Do you
this
know-
weird yellow tint over it because it's a nostalgic memory.
Do you know
To
what my favorite
which-
part of that is?
Let's hear it.
That it's all like shit that she wasn't even a witness to.
Aw, you beat me to it. Because all I
Damn
can
it.
think when she's on the boat and the shark is coming towards her is her having the vivid vision memory of her husband from the first movie in the "Smile, you son of a bitch" scene, to which she was not present for, as she was not present for just
There was
most
another.
of the
There was a-
flashbacks.
There was a couple. Yeah, there was a couple others that she wasn't there for. I forget what it was in the first one, but I remember as soon as it happened, Lauren was just like, "You were not there. Stop that." Like, it was so ridiculous.
At this point in the chronological story, and for those wondering, canonically, this is the third film in the Jaws continuity, as the events of this film ignore and decanonize the events of Jaws 3D. So that's why a lot of it doesn't add up. And if you kind of look at when these movies were released in terms of release years, the age of the characters makes no sense because Michael in this film looks no older than 43 years old, despite him being like 12 in the first Jaws movie, which was only released 12 years prior to this film. So that's a fun bit of continuity, if you ask me.
He's got like a 10-year-old daughter. Maybe not 10, maybe 6, but still.
Yeah, that girl was bad too. I don't want to be mean to kids, so I won't get too into it, but I don't know.
I love that the shark, like, it's all right. So it's obvious the shark is hunting this family. The shark wants no one else, and it's seen like in multiple scenes where I think the shark actually swims past Jake to go for Michael. It's unbelievable. Same thing with the daughter when she's on the little raft thing with the people. I mean, it misses her, but like it lunges towards her and it moves, and it like that's how it chomps the other girl, I think. But I don't know, man. Like who greenlit this? Who did it?
Did you know that in the novelization of this, there was a character on the island in the Bahamas who did voodoo, and that's what summoned the shark to the Bahamas as he didn't get along with the Brodies.
No, is that a thing?
Yeah.
That happens in the movie?
No, that happens in the novelization.
Oh. Is that what's supposed to happen in the movie and we just don't know that?
I don't know, but also in the novelization, Michael Caine's character smuggles drugs onto the island.
Nice.
I like that. Yeah, Michael Caine's in this movie. Fun fact.
Wonder why he did it. Why?
He did you know that he I don't know if he won, but he was at the very least nominated for an Oscar for a movie that came out the year before this.
That's crazy. Like
When they asked him about it, he said that it was a pretty great little run for him. He won an Oscar and then he got a really nice paycheck.
oh, you think you got a lot for this?
Yeah, he got a decent chunk. And also, I read that Michael Caine said that he agreed to do the movie the second he opened the script because it says we fade in on Hawaii. And he said he had always wanted to shoot a movie in Hawaii. And he didn't read anything after that.
Wow. What a
I
life.
love how many scenes in this movie we get of Ellen and Michael Caine. I love how many scenes we get of them flirting. What's his name in this movie? It's something fucking stupid.
Hoagie.
Oh, God. Like a 70-year-old man named Hoagie is just like the worst possible thing I can think of.
Like who names their character Hoagie? What is that even? They don't even ask about it. It's just Hoagie.
That's on par with 90% of J.K. Rowling's characters' names.
No, that's worse.
That is not worse than fucking Luna Lovegood.
Yeah, it is.
No.
Hoagie?
All right. Fucking pronounce her dad's name. Go ahead.
Isn't it like
Go.
Xenophilius?
That's pretty good.
There you go.
You got me that. Fine. Josh
Well-
1, me 0. Oh, shit. I forgot about a really fun fact about the third Jaws movie, which was that in one of the original ideas for the movie, one of the concepts was it was going to be a satire spoof movie in which it was about them making a sequel to Jaws, which I think is actually hilarious. And the title would have been Jaws 3, People 0.
That's like way better. They should have just done that. That's
Dude,
way
that would have
better.
been so much more fun. And then maybe we would have never gotten Jaws the Revenge. Have you seen Cruel Jaws?
No.
Me neither.
Does
Do
it
you
get
want
worse?
to?
Do you think?
Well, it's not an actual Jaws movie, so
I know, but do you think it is worse than Jaws
This?
4? Yeah.
can it get worse?
I don't know.
I can't even
I think
count
so.
on one. I can't even count on one fucking hand how many movies that I can think of have a 2% on Rotten Tomatoes. A 2.
Oh, I've seen some with 0.
Oh, what has a 0?
I think Bucky Larson.
I know that Master of Disguise has a 1%.
Yeah. Yeah, Bucky Larson is like one of my least favorite movies of all time. I fucking hate it. Let me see if it still has a 0.
Doesn't Freddy Got Fingered have a 0? Is that a thing? Or am I making that up?
Oh no, it has a 3 now. I swear it had 0.
I don't know.
No way that has a 0. Really? Let me see.
What does?
Freddy Got Fingered. It has a
Oh.
12. 12.
Shit. I wonder what Snow White has, like the new one.
Actually, yeah, I haven't caught up on the Rotten Tomatoes score. Oh, it's 40.
Huh.
Oh wait, hold on. Let's check the audience score.
Oh, well, yeah.
72.
Yo, all right.
How does it have a
Not that
1.6 on IMDb then?
Because it probably got review bombed on IMDb.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
why not
people
Rotten
on-
Tomatoes then? I don't get it. It's like there's
That's
still
like less. I don't know. There's no method to the fucking madness of these rating sites. Even fucking Metacritic is on some shit some days.
Oh man. There's a couple other things I was gonna say. I feel One Missed Call remake has a 0 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, okay.
1,000
that-
Words with Eddie Murphy has a 0. Wow.
That's funny.
Gotti
That's
with
just-
John Travolta has a 0.
God, should have called it Got 'Em. That would have been better.
Oh, actually, yeah, I heard Super Babies, Baby Geniuses 2 is like one of the worst. I haven't seen
Oh, no, not Super Babies 2.
it. Yeah. Ridiculous 6, Dark Crimes with Jim Carrey 0. Wow. Sounds crazy. All right, back to the movie.
Yeah, you do that. I'm gonna look up positive reviews for Jaws: The Revenge on Letterboxd.
Okay. Let me go to this page and see like what might strike up another note, because I actually didn't take a lot of notes here. But
Me neither. It was
how do you
so
think the
t-
movie
like,
looks compared to 3?
It looks like shit.
Yeah, but compared to 3, because they both look like shit.
4 looks more like shit. each one progressively looks more like shit.
I feel like the quality like actually dips in 3. Like
Nah, dude, the amount of fucking close-up shots, like the lack of wide shots in this movie, everything was framed like it was a TV movie, like that you'd see on some bullshit TV station. I hated the look of this movie.
maybe
Not
I
that I
couldn't get
liked
over
the look
like
of.
the maybe I couldn't get over the CGI as much in 3 or like I don't know.
I don't think it looks any better in 4. I think it looks like such shit in 4, and it's I don't know. This is one of the hardest ones I think to talk about out of any of the films that we talked about on here. Oh wow, a 1.6 on Letterboxd. That's fucking low.
For Jaws 4.
Yeah.
I bet Snow White is lower.
Oof, maybe.
Let me see. No, 2.
This-
All right.
I don't know. This guy, it's so tough to tell if these are genuine. This guy gave it 4 stars. Absolutely not the worst movie ever. Not even the worst movie in the franchise. Yes, it's bad, but damn, it is fun. And if you don't have fun watching this, I'm worried about you. I'm worried about you if you do have fun.
That's
I don't care.
crazy. Are there
I
any
know.
comments for this guy?
I know that I know that this movie is on like one of those like generic lists of like so bad it's good movies. I just don't. What is that entertaining about this movie? I can't think of like one super fun sequence. It's like, yeah, it's fun, kind of stupid and fun that the shark actually roars at one point, but that's like one thing. Like I don't know another thing that this has.
I'm reading the comments to that review. A lot of people agree with it. People saying, "Yeah, I got to rewatch it. Everyone loves it now."
Oh, this is a 1-star review that's hilarious. It's a quote from Michael Caine. I didn't see the film, but I saw the house it bought me.
My God.
Okay, this person, 3 stars. Is this a good movie? No. Okay, there you go. Then it's... I don't want to harp on people's scores, but it's not good then.
Yeah, another Michael Caine quote. Same thing, just a little reworded. I have never seen it, but by all accounts, it is terrible. However, I have seen the house that it built, and it is terrific. Damn, how much fucking money did he get?
No, I'm done scrolling through these reviews. Every single one is like, this is not a good movie. I know we rate movies differently, so it's fine. I'm over it. I'm past it. It's fine. It has a low rating on Letterboxd, so I'm not mad. Most people rate it appropriately. But I don't know. I wish people got in the habit of you can love a movie and give it 1 stars. I think that's the trend we need to move in. This is a 1-star movie. I'm not saying Jaws: The Revenge is a 1-star movie, but hypothetically, 1-star movie. But I love it and I have fun with it.
Yeah.
We all need to get there. Do you have anything else to say about Jaws: The Revenge? I'm really tapped out.
Oh, how about this? How about the underwater abandoned ship scene?
It's a scene in a movie.
Thought it was fun. Thought it was pretty fun. If I'm playing devil's advocate here, I actually didn't mind that scene.
Yeah,
It was something different that we haven't seen in Jaws, but like that's about all I can really like muster
I'll
up.
tell you what. I will give you that.
Okay.
That's yours. You can have that.
Does that mean you don't disagree or?
Josh, I don't like a single fucking thing in this movie. I did not gain one moment of enjoyment out of this experience. The most fun I've had is talking about this movie. Watching it was. Did you go look at Did you see my Letterboxd review? You don't have to read it out loud. You read what I wrote.
Yeah. Fucking painful.
Should I say what it is?
Yeah, why not?
Should I?
We're pretty.
Do you
We're
wanna
already.
read it?
We're already. Yeah, I'll read it.
Josh,
All
all right, read it out. Read it out. Read it out for the people.
Jaws: The Revenge from Jake Booze. 0.3 out of 10. I don't know how anyone thinks this is a so bad it's good. This is so boring. I'd rather drag my balls across hot glass shards for a mile than watch this again. I like the hot added in there. Oh man.
I think that's my best one yet.
I'd rather lay my nuts on the spikes of a bear trap and have it go off.
Oh fuck. I think
So
we
yeah,
should end on that.
Yeah. So in conclusion, Jake does not die after being eaten by a shark, and he actually jokes. He jokes as soon as he's found. He never stops joking. There's a lot of light in that guy's heart.
I think my heart would just give out if I got like bit in half by a shark. I think I would just collapse. Like my brain would collapse.
Fuck Ellen. I hate Ellen in this movie. She's really annoying, and I don't know how she gets so far out to sea. It's like so like as soon as she gets on the boat, she's immediately like they can't find her on another boat, so they have to get Michael Caine to hop on the plane to go overseas and find her. Oh God,
we can't go without mentioning how there's a scene where Michael Caine's character emerges from water, and they cut it, and the next shot he does not have any water on him.
Oh, is he dry?
He's dry, fully dry.
Yeah, this movie sucks. Awful.
Terrible experience. Shall we get into ratings?
I'm ready.
All right.
Do you want me to start off, or do you want to take it?
Do you remember what we did last episode?
Yeah, I started it off.
Oh,
so
I can start then.
Okay, cool.
We'll switch it up. I'm going to give Jaws 3D a 1.4 out of 10. Yeah. I hate it.
Pretty generous. Pretty generous.
Oh, 1.4 being generous. If that doesn't tell you guys the vibe of this podcast.
All right.
What are we getting from you?
I'm gonna hover around yours. 1.2 out of 10.
You always just gotta edge me out, huh? You always just gotta go a little bit lower than. I hate movies too, Josh. I hate them too.
To be honest, I thought you had it at a 1 even.
It got slightly bumped up, I guess, after watching 4.
That's fair. So I guess I'll take Jaws: The Revenge. I'm going a 0.5 out of 10.
What did you give it, a 0.5?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, because I'm giving Jaws, as you already spoiled in my Letterboxd review, I'm giving Jaws: The Revenge a 0.3 out of 10. One of the worst movies I have ever seen in my entire life, and I don't wish any ill will on those who created it. I get that you probably were walking into a not great scenario, but making the 4th Jaws movie probably can't be easy. Making any Jaws movie probably can't be easy, but that does not change how miserable I was and how much that movie ruined my day off.
How many time checks did you check on that movie?
Every 20 minutes. Every 20 minutes I looked and was shocked when only 5 minutes had gone by.
Yeah, that breath of fresh air, when I saw that hour and a half even, it honestly might as well have been 2 hours. Like, it felt so long.
Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed us talking about the Jaws franchise to kind of rein in the beach season. Take a day to yourself. Go to the beach, throw this podcast on, and listen to us talk about the Jaws movies while you enjoy the warm weather. Get that summer tan.
Or not talk about it, because I don't know how much talking we did about these movies.
I think we did the best with what we were given. But thank you guys again for listening. If you stuck with it to all the way to the end, appreciate it. We're just two guys rambling about movies, and hopefully I think this is one of our funnier episodes, if you ask me. But either way, I hope you enjoyed listening. Maybe you got some laughs, maybe some fun trivia for the movies that you haven't heard before. Maybe you have and you forgot. I don't know. We tried our best with these, again, especially these Jaws sequels, just not nearly the amount of information as the first movie. So yeah. But Josh, I got a question for you before we head on out of here.
Mm-hmm.
And do our final goodbyes and whatnot. How many ears does Captain Kirk have?
How many?
3. The left ear, the right ear, and the final front ear.
Oh my god. That's pretty good.
I like that one. Love a little Star Trek humor.
But yeah, guys,
yeah.
give us a follow on Instagram. Interact with us. Comment. Give us any criticism you have. Email us at franchisedeepdive. Instagram also franchisedeepdive. Oh, at Gmail for the email. But yeah, look out for future episodes. All the activity is going to be on there. But yeah, appreciate you guys tuning in.
Hell yeah, guys. Appreciate it again, as always. Thank you for listening. And like Josh said, hit us up on our socials. Interact a little bit. We want to engage with you guys. It'll be fun for all involved. Even, you could be mean to us. Bully us, if you will. Whatever you want. As long as it's genuine. If it's
Jake loves a good bully.
if you genuinely hate us, let us know.
Tell us why.
Tell us why. But no, yeah. Like Josh said, follow us over there. And also, I keep forgetting to plug my own stuff. But if you listen to us on YouTube, which seems to be where we get a lot of the engagement, definitely make sure to subscribe. I do other videos. I've been lacking a little bit recently. Work's been a little busy, and I'm tired. And putting a lot of work into this podcast definitely takes up a lot of the time. So, but I do other movie, TV related stuff over there. I got some ideas cooking in my head of videos that I want to roll out. So subscribe there. Make sure to leave a like. Obviously, you can comment, and also you can leave a comment on Spotify. So feel free to interact with us there too. I want to start doing more polls and I don't know, maybe doing some fun posts on social media or something just to drive engagement. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we have in store for you guys. But thank you again, as always. And on the next episode, which again, guys, we air every other Tuesday, so you get 2 episodes a month. On the next episode, we are kicking off a 2-part series talking about another kind of quadrilogy, if you will. And that is, of course, the Fantastic Four, soon to be quadrilogy, as we are in the next episode talking about Fantastic Four from 2005 and its sequel, Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer from 2007. In the following episode, we'll be talking about Fant Four Stick, which I think was 2015 or 2016. No, 2015. And
that's like one of my
then
favorite
also,
titles of any movie.
Love Fant Four Stick. Gotta love it. Just brilliant, genius marketing. Love it. But we will also be talking about a new movie, as it'll be right around the time that the new Fantastic Four First Steps movie comes out, the new MCU film. I am weirdly a really big Fantastic Four film. The characters, I'll save my opinions for the next couple episodes on the movies. But I'm really excited for the new one. The trailer I thought looked kind of interesting, so stay tuned for that. And anything else from you, Josh?
Nah, yeah, you covered everything. Yeah, I'm excited to watch those again. It's been a while since I haven't actually seen Fan Four Stick, so yeah,
you are
that'll be
in for a treat, buddy. That's one with a lot of great behind-the-scenes trivia too, so that'll be really fun to dig into. All right, well, thank you guys again one last time for the Franchise Deep Dive, guys. Thank you. Goodbye.
Later, guys.